Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new video. So today we will be discussing 3 more horror movies that I find genuinely scary. Before I get into this video, I just want to say that this is my opinion. If your movie is not on this list, it might be in a future list. Don't crucify me in the comments, please. Everyone, this is a safe place for your opinions, and let's move on to the first movie. So coming in at number 1, we have Pulse from 2001. Now this is a movie that I watched with my friend in Discord, and if you watch a movie with a friend and at the end of it you're still scared, that is a scary movie. The basic synopsis of the movie is that it follows a college student who commits suicide, and a number of young adults living in Tokyo witness terrifying visions transferred across the internet. As more people disappear throughout the city, the internet becomes a breeding ground for spirits. It follows 3 students who are trying to solve the mystery and put everything together. Now what makes this movie so special, and most importantly actually scary, the intensely strong atmosphere within it. If you're watching this at nighttime with the lights out, there is an atmosphere almost like none other. Like I said in my other parts, I'm a huge fan of scares that linger on the screen or don't have a jump scare conclusion to them. And this movie might have the top dog. This might have the top dog of that type of scare. Now I'm gonna try to show you these scares in the video. Hopefully copyright doesn't get a stranglehold on me because that would suck. But yeah, if they're not in here, then that means the big boys upstairs got me and I had to edit them out. But the scene shows a ghost woman walking towards one of the main characters in the movie, and her movements are so uncanny and almost smooth. Just a little bit of music during this scene, and it's not like an intense score that'll build you up. It is just white noise and a little bit of the character then jumps over a couch and hides under it to hide from the ghost, and she peeks over the couch in the most creepy way. We'd like to mention that there are 2 different versions of this movie. There is a Japanese one from 2001, and there is a US remake from 2006, which I have never seen, so I cannot give my opinion. If you have seen the Pulse remake, please let me know in the comments if you enjoyed it, because I am genuinely curious. And with that being said, let's move on to the next movie. So the next movie we're going to be talking about is Host from 2020. Host is a movie that was shot during quarantine that was made by Shudder. This isn't sponsored or anything, but Shudder is a great place to find horror movies if you love to watch them, so I would definitely recommend checking out Shudder. So because Host was shot during quarantine, the whole entire movie takes place over Zoom. And I actually rewatched this movie last night just to get a refresher before I recorded this video. And right off the bat, the first thing that popped into my head was just how faithful it is to actually using the Zoom interface, to the point where the movie is only 55 minutes long, which is actually around the duration of a free Zoom call if you don't upgrade your account. Now there are a lot of jump scares in this movie, but they do jump scares really well. The jump scares are professionally done, and they were built up in such an effective way that I can't hate them. There has been some talk in my comments that I absolutely hate jump scares. I don't. I just hate the really cheap ones that are there for no reason, to the point where you're like, what even just happened? But when jump scares are used to tell the story and keep it cohesive, I absolutely love it. Now, I would show you the jump scares for this movie, but they are jump scares that you need to experience. Also, there are tons of things in this movie that if you don't look at the right camera in the Zoom call, you will miss them, and one of them sent chills through my body. I'll just explain it to you because it is just a little part of the movie that, you know what, honestly, you'll probably miss. So the story is basically a ghost seance that takes place over Zoom, which is just an awesome concept, and I love movies like this. It almost has like an urban legend kind of feel, and those are absolutely a blast to watch. Even if it is a little bit corny and it is a little bit stupid, I still eat that up every time. Feed it to me. But during the seance, Gemma, okay, let's get this right out of the way. Gemma is a horrible person. She is my least favorite character in this movie, and you will see that if you watch it. Also, there's another character named Ted who kind of just looks like a hillbilly Ed Sheeran. I don't like him either. He's super annoying, but they're made to be annoying. They're the problem with this movie. The lady that they hired to give them this seance is like, you guys need to take this seriously. You're gonna see some people from your past that you might know. They're gonna be real people that you have met before in your life. So Gemma starts freaking out. She's like, something just touched my neck. Something just touched my neck. Everyone's freaking out, like, are you good? Are you good? And she's like, I'm getting a name. It's this guy I went to high school with who hung himself, and he was always like really nice to me. And basically everyone is just super into this story, and it's really creepy. And then all of a sudden, the person that they hired for the seance, her internet goes out. And it's just them alone in the call, the group of friends. And it turns out Gemma was lying about this the whole time. And she starts laughing. And it triggered me, dude. I was so mad. What are you doing? Basically, everyone's mad at her for doing it. But because she did that, she invited a ghost that she made up into their world. The seance lady says because she made him up, because it's real, it passed through the gates and became a real, tangible ghost in their world. So this leads up to the part where I was talking about before, where you might miss it. During one of the FaceTime calls, in the background, there was someone's legs hanging from the ceiling, and there is no attention put to it. It's literally like a 2-second scare, and it freaked me the hell out. I was just sitting in my bed like, oh no, bro. And I didn't notice it the first time I watched it. I will say, through a second watch, the movie definitely is not as scary as the first time I saw it. But when I tell you the first time had me rocking in my chair, I don't even know what that means. It had me freaked the hell out. The acting is also super realistic, which I love. And I will say towards the end, it does start to pick up like crazy to the point where there's some goofy ghost stuff happening. And even in the middle of all that craziness, they still find a way to scare you through it, which I absolutely adore. And there's also a really nice touch in this movie. At the end, the credit scene is all done through like the Zoom invite. So as they're scrolling through their friends list on Zoom, it's just all the people who worked on the movie, which is so cool. But yeah, this movie is a great watch. If you don't enjoy it, I'm sorry. But personally, myself, I really enjoyed this movie, and I think it is a great scary film for you to check out. It's also really short. That's another thing that I enjoy, is it's short. There's no frills. It gets straight to the point. There isn't some stupid backstory. It just gets right into it, and I loved it. It did not waste my time, and it will not waste yours. So yeah, if this sounds interesting, make sure you check it out. I think you'll enjoy it. With that being said, let's move on to the final movie in the list. So this next movie is called Shudder. Shudder is a Thai horror movie that was released September 9th, 2004. So the synopsis of this movie is that after hitting a young woman with her car, Jane and her photographer boyfriend Tun begin seeing a shadowy figure haunting the background of Tun's photographs. Concerned that the figure is the vengeful spirit of the young woman from the accident, Jane does some research and soon discovers that the girl was named Natri and had been a classmate of Tun's. The haunting continues, and Jane uncovers a shocking secret. Now, this movie is also a horror movie that I watched in Discord with my friend the same night that I watched Pulse. And as I was making this video, I kind of got them mixed together because they do have a very similar vibe. I remember the reveal at the end of this movie blew my friend and I's mind. Is that how you say that? My friend and I's mind? That sounds weird. And it freaked us out. It is such a freaky reveal. The story is super engaging, super creepy throughout, and it sprinkles in some very effective jump scares. And I would just also like to add that every single movie I've talked about in this video, the main concept and the horror drive of these movies is some form of technology. So in Pulse, all the ghosts and all the cursings are going through the screens and the internet on the computer. Host, obviously, it takes place all on Zoom on a computer, and Shudder uses a camera as its story device and for the scares in the movie. I don't know if you can tell, but I love these type of horror movies. Urban legend-esque horror movies are just the most fun to watch to me, because growing up, I was always following like the urban legends on YouTube, and when you would get the spam emails that are like, if you don't forward this to 14 people, you're dead. I think the scariest part of this movie is towards the end, so I don't want to show you guys that clip, but I will show you a clip that freaked me out a lot when I saw this. Now, this scene might not be scary to you, but if you're watching the movie and you're really following along, it's super effective. And this is kind of weird and niche, but if you're a fan of the Fatal Frame games, I feel like this movie ties in really well with that. So if you like Fatal Frame, definitely check this out. But overall, Shudder uses a very good buildup of tension and a very good buildup of atmosphere to make you scared throughout the whole entire process of watching this film. Strongly suggest it to horror buffs who love atmospheric horror movies. Definitely check this out. With that being said, thank you so much for the support on this video, guys. I apologize if you saw a video on YouTube that wasn't my video. A lot of people came to me saying that they thought I uploaded a part 3, but it wasn't mine. I don't want to get into the nitty-gritty drama of it, but it wasn't the fact that my video idea was taken, because I don't own video ideas. Movie critiques have existed before I was even born. That is not the problem. The problem is that part of my scripts and basically down to the exact pictures were used in a video that I will not be linking and I will not be talking about any further on this channel. The name was also used in the tags of this video, but there was no credit given to me whatsoever. And literally 1/3 of my whole entire script was taken. But like I said, I will not be discussing this any further. With that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will be uploading another one soon, and I am very excited to start editing it. And yeah, seriously, thank you so much for the support. It has been a dream to upload these videos, and the support I've been getting is so overwhelming. I love reading all your comments. Like usual, I will read everybody's comment in this video. So yeah, keep being amazing people, follow your dreams, stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.